Hi, I'm Trey Stoker.
And I'm Sierra Pyle. Welcome to this edition of JVTV News. The JV Choir stepped into the spotlight in this year's dinner theater.
Footloose was the theme of this show, which featured a variety of musical performances. Lauren Coates has more.
Every year, the JV Choir branches out from their typical choral music for their annual choir dinner theater. This performance gives students the opportunity to sing their choice of songs from any genre.
It's a change from the usual choir music, how like there's always a bunch of like old-time classical songs, but like this is more like pop, so people like it more.
I first heard the song I wanted to do here, and when one of my brother's friends did the song, and I fell in love with it, so I decided to do it when my turn came. It's fun to sing, and I love that I can act in it and put my personality into it.
The students also performed group numbers. This year's theme was Footloose.
Footloose is one of my favorite musicals, and I thought it was really, really fun. And it's, something everyone knows, so I think it was really, really easy for people to have fun this year.
Miss Bell taught us choreography. It's just a really fun piece to do, especially with the contrasting styles of music in the medley. And everybody just gets up there and does a really good job.
The audience enjoyed a steak dinner and a silent auction, in addition to the performances.
I loved it!
Steak was amazing.
It was Angelia, Think of Me, singing the song from Phantom of the Opera. That was my absolute favorite.
After hours of rehearsing and memorizing, the JV Choir put on an amazing show. Lauren Coates, JVTV News.
Recently, the economics fair was held at JV, and seniors used all their skills to produce and sell their products. I went behind the scenes to see what made this project work so well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the sound of the whistle. The 2012 economics fair will begin.
Yeah, buddy.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The economics fair occurs annually at Jersey Village High School and is a staple project of the course. The fair aims to teach students how to create ideas, meet supply and demand, manage finances, produce a product, advertise, and ultimately sell an item.
It could do everything.
Groups of students are also required to create a business or a company to endorse their product and must advertise to their peers with a video or a PowerPoint in hopes of generating appeal for their item.
Is he a little mustache?
Well, you want to try to manipulate demand is the main thing. We want to get people to understand what makes people want things and then try to push those buttons so they possibly can sell some more products.
On the day of the fair, companies set up their booths and encourage their student consumers to buy their product. These consumers often have a blast looking through all the available goods and think long and hard before deciding what to purchase. Meanwhile, companies try to persuade consumers to buy their product any way they can, by using colorful signs, drawing attention to their booth, or posting cheap prices. Students are encouraged to make appealing and useful products out of everyday materials in order to gain the most profit. For example, some students used wood, while others used tape, wire, and paper. Ultimately, the economics fair is a great learning tool for students, which is exciting, informative, fun, and will likely continue for many years. Trey Stoker, JVTV News.
Some students aren't sure about what they want to do after they graduate.
Now, for the first time at JVHS, they have the opportunity during their lunches to learn about the different careers available to them. James Owens has the story.
Every Friday from January 13th to February 27th, a room that's normally empty is now filled with students looking for information on future careers during their lunches. The chance to learn about potential jobs was introduced by counselor Miss Phelan.
Basically, I've always wanted to give kids the opportunity to do career exploration, but because we're limited as far as kids staying after school, there are no late buses to allow kids to stay after school to participate in these kinds of things. I thought that the lunchtime would probably be the best time for kids to come in, and really we would get to see kids that are truly interested in listening to the speakers like the one we're having today. So the kids sign up and they come in during their lunch and come hear more about different careers.
This idea seems to have attracted the attention of the students.
I am here at Lunch and Learn because I'm interested in becoming a police officer.
Because I wanted to talk to the HPD because it actually is something I'm interested in.
Lunch and Learn brings employers from across Houston and from a variety of fields to JV and its students.
Basically to inform people about our program, what we have to offer, to talk about a career in the fire service.
I am here today along with my coworkers to talk about Career Day, talk about careers in HPD, to let the children know what it is that they can expect from HPD if they decide to fill out an application and apply for HPD.
Lunch and Learn offers many benefits that can help out students in trying to figure out which job is best for them.
Well, now I have more information, so, I mean, I'm still battling it out because it's either being a cop or being a teacher, but yeah.
I gained the information to start the career, the training, and the payout.
The students can use Lunch and Learn to benefit themselves for opportunities after high school. James Owens, JVTV News.
This year is physics teacher and play director Daniel Kutzko's last year at Jersey Village High School. Sierra Pyle takes a look at his final production.
This February, the Jersey Village Players put on a new play called The Uninvited. The plot revolves around a brother and sister haunted by their newly purchased home.
Everybody get back!
Characters Roddy, played by Trey Stoker, and Pam, played by Lauren Coates, come in contact with a ghost, causing them to relive the horrors of the home's past.
This play is really different than anything else because it's a horror story, and so it builds up a lot of suspense. So we have a lot of fun preparing that and, making the audience feel certain emotions.
What is your name?
But the significance of this play doesn't just come from its entertaining storyline. The Uninvited is the last play directed by physics teacher Daniel Kutzko before his retirement this year.
Sarah's entrance. Okay, let's start again from just before Miss Loveway enters. All right, stop. I want to do Miss Holloway's entrance again. I want Brittany to turn up the correct way. You can pass her, and she can step over.
Mr. Kutzko has directed many successful plays in his time at JV. Theater students have enjoyed learning from his unique and helpful directing style.
Oh, I'm going to miss Mr. Kutzko. He's hilarious and he's such a great director, and I've been in his show all 4 years, and it's always been like one of my favorite shows of the year. I really loved doing all of his plays. I'm really going to miss him next year.
The Uninvited is just one of the many great plays Mr. Kutzko has worked on, and will be his last as a teacher at Jersey Village. For JVTV News, I'm Sierra Pyle. We'll be back with more, but first, here's a public service announcement by Ray Contreras.
Culinary arts brings delicious smells to the halls of JV. Laura Miranda tells us more about this mouth-watering class.
For many students, walking by the Culinary Arts room is a treat to the senses.
Culinary arts is much more than just simply cooking.
Culinary arts teaches students basic safety and sanitation rules for not only their home kitchen but also commercial kitchens. Culinary, we cook all different kinds of food, from eggs, breakfast foods, waffles, that kind of thing, all the way up to chicken parmesan, gumbo, roux, stews. And we like to have quick fires, and that's the students' favorite thing. And it's where I give them a couple of ingredients and they have to come up with their own recipe. Most of the time it's a vegetable, a starch, and a meat.
Some may be surprised to find that culinary arts is just as popular with guys as it is with girls.
I mean, a lot of great chefs are guys, including me, and I think anybody can cook.
Here at JV, teachers appreciate what culinary arts does for them.
We try to provide lunch whenever we can, and we like to cook treats like cookies and sweet things and sell them to the staff.
Some students get their inspiration from cooking shows.
At work, all right, the Food Network is mine, because all of their shows are good because they teach you a lot.
I enjoy teaching the kids how to cook because I feel like it's kind of a lost art, and a lot of them just eat out. They really need to learn how to do, and it's a much healthier option than eating at restaurants all the time.
It's clear these students have a passion for culinary arts. Keep cooking, Falcons! Laura Miranda, JVTV News.
Our district has made great progress in the technology we use in the classroom. Now, with the Technology Festival, students have a way to show off these new innovations. Shane O'Neill tells us more about this exciting event.
From robots to smartboards, Cypher's third annual Technology Festival showcased what students can do with 21st century tools. Not only were there great varieties of different technology, there's also the same wide range in the ages of participating students. The tech that students demonstrated showed the great progression our district is having with advanced tools to better the learning experience. With over 3,800 people in attendance, it can be sure that the Technology Festival will be even bigger and better going forward. Shane O'Neill, JVTV.
The Gold Duster Showcase holds a special place in every dancer's heart, and this year was no different.
The Jersey Village Gold Duster dance team continued a tradition that has been popular at JV for over a decade. Victoria Rojas has more.
Cue music and let the dancing begin. This year's Jersey Village Gold Duster Showcase displayed the best of JV's dancers. The showcase is a big tradition at Jersey Village. Originally, the showcase was held at the end of competition season. It was used as a way to show off the competition dances one last time to the public. Over the years, the showcase has slowly changed. The showcase is now held at the beginning of competition season and is used as a way to calm all the nerves and fix mistakes before actually competing. A lot of preparation and hard work goes into putting this event together.
First, prepare all the dances. We also look for fillers to go in between the dances. We sometimes ask band students, sometimes ask choir students just to join us so that we put on a full show.
Along with the drill team contest dances, the new Dusdettes get to perform for the first time as part of the team. Although the showcase has taken place for over a decade, it still holds a special place in every Gold Duster's heart, whether it is their first or last. Victoria Rojas, JVTV News.
The 2012 presidential race is heating up. Triton Wint tells us more about the views of Jersey Village students.
Most politicians promise a change in our country. Whether this is for the better or worse is up to our American citizens to decide. With the 2012 election reaching its climax, who will the average American be voting for? Polls are pointing to Mitt Romney as frontrunner of the Republican Party with his pro-jobs, pro-market, and pro-America campaign style, while trying to obtain votes from the American working class. Some people see him as a sham for speaking his thoughts that corporations are people too. But this has not slowed down his campaign.
Federal employment by at least 10% through attrition. And finally, we say to federal employees, you're not going to make more money than the people in the private sector who are paying for you. We link their compensation.
Although Newt Gingrich has the least number of supporters currently, he's still fighting for his place in the White House with his belief in a pro-growth strategy. He believes in strengthening the dollar, making the United States the most desirable location for new business, and replacing Obamacare.
Governor Romney, in the spirit of openness, should tell us how much money he's made off of how many households that have been foreclosed by his investments. But let's be clear about that.
Ron Paul seems to be ignored by major television networks in this year's race, but he does not seem to let the fact that he is not popular in the minds of the American public slow him down. Instead, his supporters are taking the internet and youth of the nation by storm. Ron Paul sees his Restore America plan as the only possible answer. This plan includes putting America on a return course to a more constitutional-based government.
On foreign aid, that should be the easiest thing to cut. It's not.
To get more insight on the thoughts of Jersey Village High School students, we sat them down and showed them ads from different candidates and had them tell us their thoughts on each political ad.
Because working together, I know we can rebuild America.
Gingrich, he only spoke about rebuilding America, not about how it would benefit us. Out of all the videos you showed me, I liked most was Ron Paul's advertisement campaign.
I'm Mitt Romney. This morning I spoke with a number of students here at the University of New Hampshire. Like young people all over the country, they wonder whether they'll find good jobs when they graduate.
I like his views on it. I agree with him.
You like his views?
Mm-hmm.
Would you vote for him?
Yes, I would.
Say Chinese or Russian. Imagine that thousands of armed foreign troops were constantly patrolling American streets in military vehicles.
It was pretty interesting. It provides a bit of information that you don't typically look at whenever you think of foreign policy. As a Republican, he stands pretty well compared to the others, so as I know so far.
With the GOP nearing its end, we watch and wait to see who will represent the Republican Party in the 2012 presidential campaign against Barack Obama and the Democratic Party. Triton Went, JVTV News.
Their children would have a better life. I believe in that America.
We'll be back with more, but first, here's a public service announcement by Kelsey Coates and Laura Miranda. And now we'll hand it off to our special assignments reporter, Laura Cotton.
Thanks, Trey. Some of the most common things we do can cause devastating consequences on the open road. Matt Dubose has more.
Driving has become an essential part of everyday life for people around the world.
For teens, it creates a feeling of freedom, not having to rely on parents to pick them up or drop them off. Distracted driving affects teens in ways many of them do not even know. In the United States, 16% of all drivers younger than 20 who were involved in fatal crashes were reported to have been distracted while driving. 21% of the fatal crashes were because the driver was engaged in a task that has become all too commonplace, texting.
I do not text and drive because it's not safe.
Yes, I do text and drive, but it's only at red lights. I find it safer than actually texting and driving because you're not really moving your car. It's just like sitting in a chair.
I don't text and drive because it's not a good idea.
The Brown family of Wellman, Texas knows the consequences of what happens when a teenager makes the choice to text and drive all too well.
The morning of November the 10th, 2009, our daughter Alex never arrived at school. So I left school to go find her, and what I found was her wrecked truck. She'd been thrown out of her truck. She was going in and out of consciousness. She was airlifted to the trauma unit in Lubbock, and when we arrived, the surgeon told us she probably wasn't going to make it. And there's just like this empty spot in our home when we go home. Somebody that's supposed to be there that was so full of life and such a part of our family is gone forever because of her choice to text and drive.
Individuals in cities all across the nation are pushing for texting bans that affect all drivers, no matter what the age.
National Safety Transportation Board has issued a statement in support of a statewide ban, or nationwide ban, each state banning cell phone use, period, in their vehicles, unless it is built into the vehicle originally. So that would help with people keeping their hands on the wheel. So we definitely support that, but we also know that it's not the only answer. It's one part of the solution. Another part is the education.
The choices teens make when getting behind the wheel are ones that shouldn't be taken lightly. Avoiding distractions such as loud music, excessive passengers, using cell phones, as well as watching the speed limits and simply paying attention to the task at hand can make roads safer for everyone. JVTV News, Matt DeBose.
Eating habits and time management are vital factors that helps us stay in shape. For some teens, it means more than just being healthy. AJ Gonzalez tells us more.
Did you know that 38% of teens don't get enough exercise they need, despite the fact they only need about an hour a day? This may seem like a short amount of time, but to some, that's an hour they may not have.
There are many obstacles that could keep students from getting sufficient exercise.
Some obstacles I face while trying to stay in shape would probably be getting to the gym, because sometimes I have a lot of homework to do, schoolwork needs to be turned in, I have a deadline, and you know, I would rather do schoolwork than go to the gym.
Some students not only get past these obstacles by managing their time, but some even go above and beyond.
Some extremes I go to would probably be when I diet. You know, when I diet, I like to get 5 to 6 meals a day. So, you know, I like to bring a protein shake to school, maybe a protein bar, a little sandwich maybe.
You don't have to pay for a membership or buy expensive equipment. Jersey Village offers a variety of sports teams and PE classes.
So we encompass fitness, individual and dual sports, as well as team sports. And so we've created a 3-week rotation, so kids are able to get kind of a little taste of everything, even if they're not necessarily enrolled in that specific class. We also try to do really different, innovative games, like right behind me is a game that we've created, we've done, the kids are loving it, and this is what it's about.
Even though you may not get a grade or get paid for it, exercising is essential in order to live a healthy life. AJ Gonzalez, JVTV News.
That's it for Lifestyle. Back to you, Trey and Sierra. Thanks, Laura.
So Laura, you've been a foreign exchange student here for almost a year. What are you going to miss most about Houston?
Well, I'm going to miss my family, my friends, and also the weather and the food. What are you looking forward to when you get back home? I'm looking forward to see my friends and my family again.
Thanks. We've certainly enjoyed having you here in JVTV and wish you the best of luck.
On December 11th, the members of the JV Players had their annual candle lighting ceremony, hosted by the Jersey Village Drama Department. This ceremony is put on each year to help families honor their children that have passed away. The Drama Department performed various skits, poems, dances, and songs. At the end, families were invited to light a candle in remembrance of their child and release balloons with messages to their loved ones. The event helps families cope with the loss of a child and support them in their recovery.
Imagine a world where the internet is censored by the government. Recent legislation almost made this a reality. Ray Contreras tells us more about the fight against SOPA.
Two major corporations, Wikipedia and Google, have something in common. Both of these websites took matters in their own hands to try and stop a bill that would have censored the internet as we know it. This bill, known as the Stop Online Piracy Act, or SOPA, which was designed to stop the usage of copyright material on the web, was introduced by Texas Congressman Lamar Smith. If it would have been passed by Congress, it would have affected JV students as they use Facebook and Twitter to communicate with others because of the copyright material on the sites.
My thoughts would be that we need to socialize with new people around the world because we get to know new things. If we don't, then what would we know? What would we experience out there, you know? SOPA would be good for certain things, but not certain things for Facebook or YouTube that people will use.
For reasons like this, Wikipedia, Google, and YouTube had a part in the protest. Wikipedia went from an everyday look to blacked out, while Google started its own petition on its site by clicking on the Google blacked out logo and filling your information to petition against the bill. On the other hand, people on YouTube had their own unique way to protest the bill by posting their thoughts on videos they created. But not everybody was against SOPA. Companies such as Walmart, EA, and Sony had supported the bill. Because people were protesting the bill all over the web, Congress decided to indefinitely delay the bill. Ray Contreras, JVTV News.
From putting a man on the moon to launching satellites into space, NASA has achieved many great things for humankind.
A common myth is that NASA shut down due to budget cuts. In reality, they've created an entirely new space program. Andrew Cordova tells us more.
Houston has always been known for being the home of the world-famous space program NASA. But most historians believe that NASA had been completely shut down due to government budget cuts. But little do they know that NASA's far from being closed. Actually, they're opening up a new program. And this program might be the stepping stone for humans to travel where no one has traveled before. In the year 2009, NASA started focusing more on colonizing and militarizing space instead of sending a man to the moon. With the closing of the shuttle program, NASA pushed all of its funds to the space exploration program. Funding this program, NASA hopes to find an alternative planet that can support life, like Kepler-22b, which is the most recent planet NASA has found that has possible climate conditions suitable for human colonization. Even though it might seem like only a handful of planets can sustain life, NASA in the past 4 months have found 1,200 planets that are possible to colonize. So what does this mean for the future? We were able to get answers from Dan Hewitt at the Johnson Space Center, NASA's headquarters, in Clear Lake, Texas.
Programs like Orion and SLS are ultimately going to become these stepping stones to something much greater than they are. When we look back, 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, these first 50 years of NASA's history were really just our first step out of the door. And all of this is eventually marching towards that future that we all hope and we all need of when humans can ultimately leave the Earth. Something like going to Mars, setting humans down on another planet for the first time ever would be monumental. And then eventually moving to the point where we have the technology to live on that planet for extended periods of time, maybe evolved into new ways of living even, or find life on one of these alien planets. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And because our universe is so vast, you have to start somewhere. If people think spaceflight, they think NASA. And there's a very good reason, because we've been doing it for 50 years, we do it very well, and we're continuing to not only innovate, but look at new exciting ways to always get people involved, to always get people interested, and for people to constantly feel like we are challenging the very edges of what humans can do.
Just how the NASA Apollo program made history in 1969 by sending a man to the moon, NASA looks to change the world once again. Andrew Cordova, JVTV News.
We'll be back with more, but first, here's a public service announcement by Lauren Coates and Cayman Coates.
I just run out of these. Don't go. Scared. Don't go.
Why can't you do anything right?
Stop. Let me out. Let me out. Never. I love you. I love you.
A group of students here at JV are tired of seeing trash around the school. Erica Lewandowski has more on their efforts to clean it up.
After lunches, our cafeteria is a mess because students don't take care of the trash. The Clean It campaign started as an idea in the library.
Well, I am in charge of Spirit Club along with Miss Went and Miss Byer, and we've talked to the students in Spirit Club about how Spirit is not just showing your support at games, it's also about having school pride. And one of the things that I've noticed since I started working here is that we have quite a bit of trash. And in talking with the Spirit Club, they also agree that it bothers them. And so we decided as a group to work on school pride by keeping our school clean.
The campaign began by painting trash cans and leaving reminders. The Clean It Club rewrote the lyrics to Michael Jackson's Beat It and planned to surprise the students at lunch.
Basically, it was Miss Mitten's idea, and the Spirit Club kind of took over and just went with that. We had the idea of a flash mob. Started off with like just getting ideas, people throw their trash away, and then it just turned into a flash mob.
The students recorded themselves singing the new lyrics to use. Then, with the help of Environmental Club, Student Council, and a few Gold Dusters, the group planned out a dance routine to the song. After lots of rehearsal, the team put on a flash mob dance during the lunches. After the dance, Miss Mitten and the students sold the t-shirts. The cafeteria also looked a whole lot cleaner. Good job, Falcons. Erica Lewandowski, JVTV News.
Lunch is a crucial part of the day, but some students choose other options for eating lunch. Christian Torres tells us why.
For many years in Jersey Village, a controversial topic has been our school lunch. Some students don't mind the closed campus, but some just have to leave. The closed campus lunch policy forces the students to stay on campus during lunch and either eat their lunch provided or bring something from home.
Lunch is the way it is right now because of the master schedule. We only have so much time to do it, and we have to squeeze it in within the school day. That's why lunch is the way it is. If you're talking about quality of food, you know, it's pretty good. The food's pretty good. I can see a drop-off over the past 10 years. And I think mainly that's probably because of state requirements for actually feeding students in school.
I do enjoy most of the food they have here. Some days it's weird stuff and other days it's normal stuff.
I think the school lunches are boring. I don't like the food there, so I usually leave during lunch, go back to my house, get something to eat, then come back.
Well, there's more variety here than, you know, in my pantry, so that's why I eat here.
I really don't care about the school lunch. I mean, it's whatever. It's pretty good, I guess.
School lunch is okay. The quality, I had to say, is better than last year.
For some juniors and seniors, leaving every day to grab lunch is a daily routine.
Every day I leave for like Jack in the Box, grab something quick to eat, you know, leave campus and come back. When I was coming out of McDonald's, I got struck by an 18-wheeler on the side. So you can get into accidents and the school will be responsible.
You know, I don't believe we'll ever have an open campus lunch because of the liability involved. You know, I think that in order for our students to be able to leave, they're probably going to have to sign some kind of paperwork, insurance liability form. I'm not really sure, but I don't think that's ever going to happen with Sci-Fair.
With open campus lunch not looking like a possibility in the future, students will have to learn how to settle with the lunches they have now. For JVTV, Christian Torres.
And now here's Erica Lewandowski with our most popular segment, JV Walking.
What does 1st and 10 mean?
1st and 10? What is football? 1st and 10, like football?
What does 1st and 10 mean? The first down, you need 10 to get a touchdown. 1st and 10, do it again.
That means like when they're on their first down, they have 10 yards to get their next first down. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
In football?
Oh! What's the 10? Please put it that way. It's like you get a first down and go for 10 yards. That means you got a first down.
Like their first down. 1st and 10.
What does 1st and 10 mean?
First and 10 mean?
What does 1st and 10 mean?
First down, 10 yards to go until you get a first down.
Another first down.
Okay. What does 1st and 10 mean?
1st and 10 means, you know, I'm not a football fan.
How many states are in the U.S.? Oh, 52. Oh, you know? What'd you say? 50. 50. Wait, there are 50, nifty. Yeah, 50. How many states are in the U.S.?
52.
Wallet.
51. 50. It's actually 50, right?
No, it's 50.
There's 50 stars on the flag, Charlie.
How many states are in the U.S.? 50. And what's the only state that's been a country?
Australia? Australia, yeah. No, Africa.
Texas. Okay, what's the only state that's been a country?
Texas?
Hawaii? Alaska or something like that? I don't know.
I think it's Alaska.
It's one of the ones in
Alaska.
Alaska.
I think Alaska. Is it Alaska?
How many? Or what's the state that's been a country?
Texas.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's the only state that's been a country?
Texas.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Biology K classes altered DNA in their latest experiment. The students used P-Glow, the plasma from jellyfish, to make bacteria glow in the dark. The process took 2 entire days. After mixing the solutions, they waited to see the effects. Using UV lights, the students were amazed by their success.
I'm really glad that I'm choosing to stay in Texas for college. I couldn't imagine leaving.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to leave home. Idara Akpan has more on the Lone Star State.
Texan pride is sweeping the nation, from seniors picking their colleges right here in state to the Texan success in the playoffs. Texan spirit has been bigger than ever. The last time any Houstonian football team went to the playoffs was when we were the Oilers back in 1978.
Oh, I adore the Texans. I mean, they picked up where the Oilers left off, okay? And I root for them every single week they play.
This is the first time in 10 years that the Texans team has made it to playoffs. Texans, and especially Houstonians.
Texans!
Go Texans! Greatly supported the game, even though we didn't get past divisionals. Texans still were so proud that we even made it. Not only are we crazed by our football team, but many seniors take pride in their Texan collegiate futures.
I've always dreamed of being a Longhorn. I'd like to stay in state, so my second choice school is Texas A&M University.
Texas A&M, founded in 1871, is one of the oldest schools in Texas. UT, a prestigious university located in the capital, ranks as the best business school in the state. Some may even say that Texas is its own country. From delicious Tex-Mex, our cowboy style, and our unique dialect, Texas culture is known nationwide.
My favorite thing about living in Texas, I guess it more than anything is probably just the people. You know, everybody here seems to be down home, enjoy everybody. We enjoy our sports, we enjoy our food, you know. I love the people in Texas.
As we know it, everything is bigger in Texas, but our pride and love for the state is even bigger. Nothing shines brighter than the Lone Star State. Idara Akpan, reporting for JVTV. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Purse. Need the purse. Here's your purse, ma'am.
Thanks.
Sorry, I can't. I really can't.
Welcome back. Now let's kick it off to Erica Lewandowski with Falcon Sports Center.
Boys and girls basketball is going at full speed. Aaron and Jesse give us all the details. Falcon Sports Center starts now.
JV basketball teams practice 3 to 4 days a week for up to 3 hours, before and after school. The JV basketball teams also practice right before game to maintain 100% throughout the whole game. Their performance is a large reflection of what the coaches teach them during practice. Varsity basketball will go head-to-head against each other to get a better feel of what it's like on the court.
Well, one of the things we try to pride ourselves on is to give maximum effort. We always talk about giving effort and playing hard as you possibly can in practice, simply because if you give your maximum amount of effort in practice, and play hard in practice, you will usually do that in the ball game.
And here's Jesse Upal with the girls.
Practice isn't the only thing a team needs to succeed. Motivation is also a large variable that comes into play when the team is on the court. Later on in the game, players may become worn out or fatigued, and motivation can be the deciding factor to bring them to the end. Throughout the game, the players and their coach work together to keep each other going so they can get through from the beginning to the end.
I'm motivated to play basketball because watching the NBA makes me want to be like them, makes me want to have skills like them.
With many wins ahead for next year and years on, JVTV News, Jesse Upal.
Soccer season has started and everyone is pushing for a successful year in this popular sport. Jersey Village High School is no exception. With hard work and determination, our girls and boys soccer teams are looking forward to an excellent season. Mitch Hargis has more.
Soccer season has started at JV, and both teams are looking forward to a successful season. The boys varsity team has started strong, winning both of their district games against Cy Fair and against Cy Springs. Last season was fairly average, with a good amount of wins, but some losses too. To start this season with 2 high wins shows major improvement and has brought some high hopes into the team.
It's been going really well. We won both our first games by a pretty good score. We shut out the other team. It's looking, if we play how we're supposed to, we should do really well and hopefully make it pretty far.
Girls soccer has also gotten off to a great start. So far 2 games have passed, and the girls won both with impressive numbers. They won against Cy Fair 3-0 and won against Cy Lakes with 7 points. If the first games resemble the rest of the season, then it's going to be a great year for varsity soccer. Mitch Hargis, JVTV.
Jersey Village's wrestling team has had an excellent season this year. Here's a look at how the wrestling team practices to do their best. Daniel Mulholland pins down the story.
Wrestling at Jersey Village High School may not be as popular as football. However, the members of the wrestling team show the same amount of hard work and dedication to their sport. The students practice after school Monday through Thursday every week in order to improve their skills for competitions.
Normally what we do during practice times is I'll gather the wrestlers together. When we get right into our drilling, we drill specific moves and things like that. And we'll then go to technique. And then we'll get into finish it up with live wrestling, where the wrestlers will actually wrestle each other, and that's where we learn.
Being in the hole on the mat, just attacking other people. It's pretty much like you get to fight without being punished. I learned how to control my body, like how to control other people's body, and being able to understand how to work a little bit faster.
Jersey Village High School offers both boys and girls wrestling teams that students can join. The members of each team are separated into several various categories depending upon their weight. These students also learn various techniques in order to have an advantage in pinning down their opponent.
Just if you get a pin, I think it's 9 points. If you go around, like if you're on top, if you get them under you, it's 2 points. If they make an escape, that's 1 point.
Probably above all is a discipline. The wrestlers, they have to be disciplined in what they do, and they have to commit themselves to the practices and learn the skills that's associated with the sport. So there's a whole host of things that they learn, but the bottom line is it develops a character, and the wrestlers learn all kinds of things about themselves.
At the district-wide wrestling tournament, the Lady Falcon wrestlers placed 3rd in their division, with varsity placing 6th overall. In addition, Josh Penaflorida became the first JV wrestler to win a district championship, with Diana Carrion, Adara Avila, Sabrina Salazar, and Bethany Bach also qualifying for regionals.
This is the 4th year Jersey Village has had wrestling on campus. We still have a ways to go as far as our boys team goes. Our girls team, excellent. Had 3 qualify for state. Can't ask for anything better than that.
Wrestling season may be over, but the students are looking forward to continuing to do what they love and improving on their skills for next year. This is Daniel Mulholland, JVTV News.
The 2011-2012 swim season has just come to a close. After practicing countless hours, days, and weeks, the Falcon swim team represented JV at the district and region meet. For the past 3 years, Jersey Village has had swimmers advance from the district meet to regionals and then to the state meet. The team practices from September to February at 5:30 almost every morning.
It's very difficult. I wake up every day at 4:45, and I'm sure that most of the kids wake up at about the same time every day. By the end of the week, we're all exhausted. Most of the kids swim between 3,500 and 4,500 yards every day in the morning, and I'm sure they swim twice that much in the evening in their clubs.
During the season, the team competes in swim meets. The meets have 11 events, both individual races and relays, that include all 4 strokes: butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. The distances range from 50 yards to 500 yards. In swimming, the athlete races the clock for the best time. The swimmers with the fastest time advance to the next level. At this year's district meet, 12 swimmers placed in the top 6 and advanced to the regional meet.
I was very pleased with the way most of the kids swam at the district meet. We had a lot of kids that were injured, but overall, considering the conditions the team was in, I thought the results were great.
The following weekend at the regional meet, all of the swimmers placed in top 16. For the individual events, Marin Horn and Kayla Allen placed in the top 8. The girls' 200 free relay also placed in the top 8. Congratulations, Falcons, on a great season. Erica Lewandowski, JVTV News. That's it for Falcon Sports Center. Back to you, Trey and Sierra.
Thanks, Erica.
That's all for this newscast. JVTV is on Facebook and YouTube. Check us out on the links below.
For Sierra Pyle, Erica Lewandowski, Laura Kottner, and the entire JVTV News crew, I'm Trey Stoker. Thanks for watching.